Starting to look like Nico Harrison was 100% right about Luka Doncic. I see why he traded Luka Doncic from the Mavericks to the Lakers, even though Luka Doncic, along with Kyrie Irving, took that Mavericks team to the NBA Finals. But we got to have an honest conversation, guys. So let's start off by talking about this. Last night, the Los Angeles Lakers lost to the Phoenix Suns without Dillon Brooks, who broke his hand, and Devin Booker. And you guys know how they lost the game last night? Because they allowed Royce O'Neal to make a three-point game winner. Royce O'Neal, one of the biggest jobbers in the NBA, bro. One of the biggest journeymen in the NBA. Teams just signed Royce O'Neal because he plays good defense. He's not known for scoring consistently. But last night, he hit a three-point dagger to send the Lakers home. Now, Luka Doncic had 41 points, right? But because Luka Doncic was ball hogging last night, right? He was the only person on the entire Lakers team that had more than 20 points. He was the only one. LeBron James had 15 points. Marcus Smart had 13 points. Austin Reeves had 14 points. LaRavia had 11 points. Everybody was just sitting back, just watching Luka just beat a ball hog that he's been his entire career. This is why things didn't work out when Luka Doncic was teammates with Kristaps Porzingis on the Mavericks. Because Luka didn't like passing the ball to Porzingis. Let's talk about it. This is why ultimately the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic, because you have a star player who is one of the highest scorers in the NBA, but he doesn't play defense. He doesn't like to pass the ball. He doesn't have a high field goal percentage. That's another thing people don't talk about when it comes to Luka Doncic. Nobody talks about how Luka takes the most low IQ basketball shots of all time, like similar to a Russell Westbrook. But because he makes the shots, it's okay, right? Because he scores, close to 40 a game, Luka gets a pass because Luka's top three and averaging the most points per game in the NBA. But guys, what you guys have to understand is Luka Doncic's style of basketball, it does not equal winning championships, bro. Until Luka Doncic stops just jacking up a bunch of stupid contested threes, until Luka Doncic, who is a point guard but plays like he's a small forward, until Luka Doncic can really elevate his game, he's never going to win an NBA championship. And I see so many people that's blaming LeBron James. And listen, I get it, right? Did the Lakers look like a better team before LeBron came back? Yes. But is LeBron James the real reason why the Lakers are losing games? Like, guys, the game before, they lost to the Orlando Magic. And it wasn't because of LeBron James. Luka Doncic got the ball. He was wide open at the three, and he didn't shoot it. Instead of shooting it, he dribbled right into a defender and passed the ball to LeBron James, who had defense all over him, and they lost the game. That was Luka's fault. That wasn't LeBron's fault. And we got to be honest, guys. At 41 years old, LeBron James is still playing good basketball. LeBron James, he gives more effort on defense than Luka does. I don't see Luka out here doing chase down blocks, and LeBron James is 41 doing this stuff. Like, let's be honest. LeBron James at 41 is a better passer than Luka Doncic. Let's be honest. Let's talk about it. At 41, LeBron James is better at scoring in the paint than Luka Doncic. Let's talk about it. Like, if you guys want to really talk about LeBron James and blame LeBron, let's talk about it, guys. Removing LeBron James from this team does not mean that Luka's going to take the Lakers to the promised land. It's going to be the same thing with Luka and Austin Reeves. It's going to be the same thing. Yeah, they'll win games. Yeah, they'll make the playoffs, but they're not going to get to the Western Conference Finals. It's just not going to happen. Teams that don't play defense, guys. Do you guys remember the Phoenix Suns back in the day? You guys remember that Phoenix Suns team where you had Mike D'Antoni as the coach? You had Steve Nash, you had Barbosa, you had Amari Stoudemire, you had Sean Marion. You guys remember that? Quentin Richardson. You guys remember that? They always made the playoffs. Steve Nash, I think he won MVP twice in the regular season, right? But when it came playoff time, you know why they never got to the finals? Because that team didn't play defense. Mike D'Antoni is a head coach that is known for having a high, fast-paced offense, but no defense. And that's why Mike D'Antoni, to this day, has never won a head champion as an NBA coach. Because when you don't play defense, you don't win rings. It just doesn't happen. So, was Nico Harrison right? Did Luka Doncic lose weight going into this season? Yes. But would Luka Doncic, would he have lost the weight if Nico Harrison and the Dallas Mavericks organization didn't leak the fact that Luka Doncic was drinking alcohol during the season and that was causing him to be completely overweight? Would Luka have lost the weight if that didn't leak out? No. Has Luka's weight loss contributed to Luka Doncic playing better defense or even giving a better effort at playing defense? No. Has Luka Doncic been able to prove this season so far that he wasn't the problem in Dallas and that, they made a mistake? That's like, guys, be honest. Does it really look like the Lakers are going to win a championship this season? Like, let's be honest, guys. DeAndre Ayton, he crashed out after they lost to the Magic because he feels like the Lakers are trying to force him to play like Clint Capella. DeAndre Ayton, he barely played. Like, I don't even think DeAndre Ayton scored 5 points last night. Okay? This Lakers team is just, bro, it's a disaster, bro. It's literally a disaster. When this team goes to the playoffs, once they play a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder, the San Antonio Spurs, the Denver Nuggets, once they play any of those teams, even the Houston Rockets, once they play one of those teams, bro, it's over. They're going to Cancun, bro. I don't think this team is getting past the first round, bro. I just don't. Even when you look at the teams on the East, right? I can't even see the Lakers, if they were to make the finals, I don't think the Lakers could beat the Detroit Pistons because the Detroit Pistons are a very physical team. They play very tough, rugged defense. I don't think the Lakers could beat the Boston Celtics with or without Jason Tatum over there in the Eastern Conference. I don't think the Lakers could beat the Philadelphia 76ers in 7 games. I don't see it. So, Nico Harrison was right, man. We owe Nico Harrison an apology. All of you fans that was protesting and you had the signs talking about fire Nico. Well, they listened to y'all. They definitely fired him. But, what has Luka done without Nico Harrison? What has Luka done on the Lakers this year that makes you think that Nico was wrong? Because Luka Doncic, he's not even mentioned as being an MVP candidate. Luka Doncic hasn't even been in the MVP conversation this season. And he's averaging, he's almost the highest scoring guard in the NBA right now. He's top 2, top 3. And he hasn't even been mentioned as winning MVP this year for the regular season. Luka's doing the same exact shit he was doing in Dallas, bro. Nothing different. Nothing different at all. Luka that's on the Lakers is the same exact player that he was in Dallas. Hasn't changed, hasn't evolved anything. Now, the good thing is Luka does still have time to get better. He's still in his 20s, right? He can eventually become a better defensive player. He can eventually become a better passer, a better point guard. He can eventually become having a better basketball IQ and not just jacking up shots all the time that just are low basketball IQ shots. He can fix those things. But until he does, we have to hold Luka Doncic accountable. We didn't even talk about the foul baiting, guys. We didn't even talk about the fact that Luka Doncic is the biggest foul baiter flopper in the entire NBA. Him and Nikola Jokic, both of them. They are just awful. They are just complete floppers, bro. It's like, guys, it's like Luka cares more about getting foul calls than actually winning games. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Luka can't get, it's like when Luka goes into a game, it's like he puts it in his mind that if he can't get at least 5 to 10 foul calls a game, he's going to crash out. How many times have we seen Luka complaining to the ref while the other team is getting a fast break point, and Luka's defender, the person that Luka's supposed to be guarding, is wide open because Luka's crying like a baby to the refs? How many times have we seen that in Luka's entire NBA career so far, guys? At what point is Luka going to stop doing that? If you're the head coach of the Lakers, because Jason Kidd used to call Luka out for this. Jason Kidd used to call him out at the press conferences for this crap. But at what point, right? Because we know JJ Redick doesn't play that stuff. At what point is a head coach going to embarrass Luka and scream at him for doing that, bro? You can't keep crying to the refs and leaving your mans wide open to score easy points in the paint because you didn't get a foul call. And 9 times out of 10, you didn't even get fouled, brother. You didn't even get fouled. I personally feel like the NBA should start fining players for flopping and complaining to refs. If you flop and you complain to a ref, you get fined $100,000. I think that's what should start happening, bro. Because that's what's contributing to people not wanting to watch the NBA no more. Because of crap like that. SGA is another one. SGA is just as bad as Luka. Shout out to SGA. But at least SGA is an NBA champion. At least SGA is an NBA champion and an NBA Finals MVP. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. We owe Nico Harrison an apology. He was right. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.
Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave.